So we're going to turn our attention to IT for the next couple of minutes, and here in the studio with me, I have got John Manville, Senior VP of IT for us here at Cisco. John, thank you for being here with us.
Very welcome.
All right, great. And then also I've got Ruddy Chagalamudi. How did I do on the pronunciation?
Fabulous.
Did I nail it?
Well, no.
All right,
But,
no,
oh, yeah.
but that's all right. All right, so you go ahead and do it for me. Chagalamudi.
Chagalamudi.
Chagalamudi. It's a hard CH.
It is.
All right, perfect. Now I've got it correct. So you're Senior Director IT. I'm so glad to have you guys with us today. And so much of the conversation here at the show is going to be around the IT concept, the state of where we are now, but also the state of the future. Let's start out, John, take a look back 12 months, right? So a year ago, we've got this event, we're all hanging out together in Berlin. Where are we at that particular point, and how far have we come, even in a short 12-month period, to get us here today? What has surprised you, and what are the trends that you think have really come forward to shape the industry as we know it?
So I think I'd like to highlight two of them. I think this year has been a real inflection point around something called software-defined everything. All our companies need us to be different, need the infrastructure teams in IT to be different in a couple of years, and we have to start changing right now to be at that point in a couple of years. So during this year, I really think changing to be software-defined everything so we can automate things, so we can be much quicker in delivering that capability, that's really a key thing that's happened. And in Cisco IT, as an example, we're putting a lot of effort and resources. Radha's doing a lot of effort and resources in making that real. The second thing, which is just starting, I would say, is machine learning and AI in the IT and the infrastructure space as well. That's not quite as advanced as the software-defined everything, but that's definitely on the horizon, and we're taking baby steps in that right now.
It's really incredible, and so much of the conversation in so many technical arenas here at the show is around ML and around AI. Everybody is touching on it in some capacity, but it's remarkable how the demand for speed, it revs up every time it seems that we get one of these events together. The only reason that we can get this accomplished is because of Cisco's scope and depth and breadth. You have to be that large in order to innovate at the speed of the demand of the industry, right?
Absolutely, and then not just the technology, the people. You got to bring your people along with you for the talent and making sure you've got the right skill set and you're continuously learning.
Absolutely, and that actually brings us to the next thing I want to talk about. So you already brought up SDX, you brought up software-defined everything. It's so front and center now. Where are we finding the people who have the skills? Are we creating these skills? Are we building these people as part of a process? Or are we discovering them out there in the field right now?
Yeah, so we already have such great talent within our IT organization, within our infrastructure teams, and really our approach isn't, hey, let's, we have to bring in a whole set of new talent. It's augmenting the existing talent and the skill set we have. So the years and years of learning networking, learning protocols, learning the technology, learning how to configure boxes doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. You still need to know that, and then on top of that, you have to learn some new skills, new software skills, with infrastructure as code, programmability. How do you make sure we're reskilling our workforce? So what John talked about is software-defined everything. Part of that strategy is a mindset shift. It's a cultural shift, and it also is a tool, like a training. It's a shift in training and skills. So the way that we're approaching it is adding skills to our existing workforce and providing opportunities through experience as well as through learning. And we're also developing low-code platforms which allow us to accelerate software practitioners in the infrastructure teams.
And I'm so glad you actually got right where I wanted to lead you, which is on the cultural side. Not everybody can be trained the same way, not everybody's skill sets are going to align, so you're based in Dallas, you're based in San Jose, I'm in Chicago, here we are, 3 people based in the US, and here we are in Barcelona talking to people on the EMEA side. How do we target this skill training and finding the right people within each region to make sure that they're all performing at their maximum capacity?
Wow, that's a tough question.
It is, right?
I'm glad you gave it to him.
But isn't that the great challenge, right? How do we make the most of people wherever we find them?
Absolutely. So not to get into geopolitics about things like that, I will say to you that when we find good people, they can be anywhere in the world. We run a global team, so we have about 800 people in the infrastructure space in Cisco IT, and they are spread around many different countries and many different regions. So when we find somebody who takes the initiative and has the capability to build on what they already have in these new spaces, then then we jump on them, and they get involved in many, very productive, challenging projects. So I don't think it's a region by region basis. I think it's the type of person. As long as there's support from their management and people realize, hey, this isn't like we don't want CCIEs anymore. Of course we want CCIEs, but as you said, Riley, we want to add to their skills so that they can become even more productive and have an even richer job.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely true. Yeah, anything you want to add on that, Roddy?
No, just add on to what John said. So if we look at our teams today, they're globally spread, and so a lot of the pieces that we're putting in play to retrain the workforce isn't regional focused, right? It could be applicable to any region, anywhere.
And they bring, the talent that they bring to the field, I think helps us define also what it is that we want to accomplish as we move forward with IT capabilities and moving them into next generation. So we have to listen to our people at the same time. I think a lot of that has to do with software, right? We used to take a hardware focus for years and years and years, and all of a sudden we started to make that shift to software. How does the software-defined everything role play in the new IT that is different from the way that we approach things in the past?
So historically, we used to maybe get electronic engineers from college. Now, most of the college hires who we make are actually computer science graduates. So that's one major shift we've had. But I really don't want to take away from core networking, infrastructure, sysadmin type work. That is very important. But if we can, using the intuitive network and other new technologies from Cisco, if we can augment that base knowledge with some of the new software-defined everything, that is going to be a real sweet spot. Those people are going to have great careers and make a lot of money, I believe.
Absolutely.
Well, I think it's augmenting the existing technology or technical skill set with software developers as well, right? So people that actually are coming in from college or coming in with a software background helps accelerate the learning within our existing workforce as well. So we are augmenting the teams, our technical network engineers with software developers, so there's learning on both sides. Yeah. And so that helps as well.
Absolutely. Let's sort of look into the crystal ball, and we're standing here, the three of us, and we're here 2 years from now, let's say. We're back in Barcelona, we're having a wonderful time, we're having this same conversation. What do you think we're going to be talking about then is sort of the next steps of where this goes from here?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
I'm going to have both of you tackle it.
Okay.
No, ladies first, you be quiet. Go ahead, Roddy, what do you think? Then we'll hand it over to John.
So, my belief is that, we're talking about software right now. When we come back and we're having this conversation, it's not about re-skilling our workforce. We're already going to be in a software world, and most of our teams are going to be really focused on how do we add value with a lot of AI and ML capabilities. So it isn't, you have a lot of data scientists that you're augmenting into the teams. Those skills are going to be within the teams. And I think the questions you asked us about software, you're going to get into the next level of detail around AI and ML.
Absolutely, so we're just hearing kind of that first touch of the AI and ML as we started out with.
Absolutely.
John, do you agree with that?
I do. I'd like to say that every couple of years, now for example, I think that we are working so fast, we have so many things on our plate, but every year I think that, and then in a year's time and in 2 years' time, as you asked, we're going to be looking back and thinking we were kidding ourselves.
Amazing.
We're kidding ourselves. We have to be so much faster. The demands of Cisco and other companies on us are still going to be incrementally moving up, and then in 2 years' time, we're going to be looking back and thinking, that was like a vacation 2 years ago.
And again, that gets right back to where we started the whole thing, speed of innovation. Speed of innovation, we have to get there. All right, so last thing that I want to ask you is a quick personal question. Have you had a chance to walk around a little bit since you've been here? Just sort of see what's available to you out there? Is there anything you've seen already that has surprised you, or that you're really excited about, where you looked up, you saw what somebody was talking about and said, that's where we need to be putting our focus here at Cisco?
Well, do you mind if I answer slightly a different question?
Please do.
Okay. I have the utmost respect for our customers. I think they are so loyal to Cisco, and I think I feel this real pressure to make sure that we deliver innovation capabilities to them and support them in their work environment and in their careers. So that is one thing that stays with me all the time.
A full room. We walk in the door and here's everybody making the commitment to be here together with us in Barcelona to help us tell this story. It is about them. We always keep saying, you are IT. Not about Cisco, it's what you bring to us that allows us then to serve you.
Absolutely. I haven't had a chance to walk around as of yet, but we've been focused on our IT management sessions, and so again, the same conversation, being able to talk to customers that have similar roles to us in their organizations, and being able to have that conversation about how we solve the problems and how they're solving problems has been wonderful for us.
I love that. I think that's great. Yeah, 12,000 people here in the room, it just keeps growing and getting better. I agree, that's a great way to put it. It's not about what we're showing here at the show, it's about what they're bringing to the conversation. That's just terrific. John, thank you so much for your time, truly appreciate it. Roddy, you as well. It's been great to be able to talk with you, and I hope we'll see you a lot more times here throughout the course of the week.
Thanks, Steve.
Absolutely.
All right.